Good evening, YouTubers. New Time Travel Hyman 88. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And tonight, I am going to show off my Bette Davis movie collection. I have total of 14 Bette Davis movies in my collection. I have 7 on VHS and 7 on DVD. Now, as you may know, Bette Davis' birthday was celebrated back on April 5th. And my mom loves Bette Davis, and she appears hundreds of films. And she also appeared on a TV show, Perry Mason, as a guest attorney, Constance Doyle, in the season 6 episode, The Case of Constance Doyle. And if you're a Bette Davis fan like my mom, this definitely the choice to have. Anyway, before we dive into these DVDs, I'd like to give a quick shout out to Joshua Cook. Josh, if you're watching this, your videos are excellent. Keep up the good work. Make sure you check out his channel on YouTube, and I'll put the link in the description below. Alright, I'm going to set my camera on the tripod, and I'm going to show you what I got. Alright, here we go. Let's get started, shall we? Alright, first up I have is the 1990 VHS of Dangerous. It's part of the Bette Davis signature collection with Bette Davis and Franchot Tone. And this also has Margaret Lindsay, Alison Skipworth, John Eldridge, Dick Foran, and Walter Walker, and a few others. Directed by Alfred E. Green, and the film is from 1936. And this is still in seal with the original price sticker on there, but it's open from the bottom. Bette Davis is Dangerous in her first Academy Award winning, Oscar winning role, 1936 film, renewed in 1963, not rated, and is 1 hour and 19 minutes. Here's the sticker label. Unfortunately, the reels is cracked, but that's all right. And let's see. No print date on this tape whatsoever. It's got the MGM UA holographic sticker on here. And here's another one. This is from also a 1990 VHS of The Marked Woman. The Marked Woman. With Bette Davis and Humphrey Bogart. I believe this is one of Bette Davis films with Humphrey Bogart. Correct me up. No, wait. The second one was The Petrified Forest. And also has Lola Lane, Isabel Jules, Jane Bryant, Rosalind Marcus, Henry O'Neill, directed by Lloyd Bacon, and the film is from 1937. A bristling gangster drama, says Leonard Maltin. 1937 film, renewed in 1964. Not rated, and is 1 hour and 37 minutes, so that's 97 minutes. Here's the sticker label. And once again, no print date whatsoever. And next up is That Certain Woman, and this is an inglorious black and white with Bette Davis and Henry Fonda. Also starring Ian Hunter, Anita Louise, and Donald Crisp. It's directed by Edmund Golden. It's from 1937. The VHS is from 1992. There is a colorized version of this. And this is a Warner Brothers movie. just like Dangerous and the Marked Woman. Bette Davis and Henry Fonda are doomed lovers in this romantic melodrama. (1937) film, not rated, and it's 1 hour and 36 minutes, so that's 96 minutes. Here's the sticker label. The print date, October 14th, 1992, if you can barely see it. And next up is The Old Maid. I also got this on DVD. It's part of the Bette Davis Signature Collection with Bette Davis and Marion Hopkins. Also starring George Brent, Jane Bryan, Donald Crisp, James Stevenson, and others. Directed by, let's see, Edmund Golden. There we go. This is a 1939 film. It's on Hi-Fi and Dolby System. 3.5 stars. 2 female stars create fireworks, says Leonard Maltin. And there's the original poster. 1939 film, renewed in 1967. Not rated, and it's 1 hour and 36 minutes, so that's 96 minutes. And here's the sticker label. No print date. And this is also a 1990 VHS. And here's another 1990 VHS right here. The Great Lie with Bette Davis and George Brent. And this also has Lucille Watson, Mary Astor, Hattie McDaniel, Jerome Crowan. I also have this on DVD, and it's directed by Edmund Golden once again. A Baby for Bette and an Oscar for Mary Astor. 1941 film, renewed in 1968. Not rated, and it's 1 hour and 41 minutes, so that's 101 minutes. Here's the sticker label. The print date is August 4th, 1993. And this tape still uses the 1990 tape masters at the beginning. And here's a 1988 VHS of Mrs. Skeffington. It's part of the Bette Davis Signature Collection with Bette Davis. Also starring Claude Rains, Walter Abel, Richard Waring, and others. Directed by Vincent Sherman, and the film is from 1944. My mom saw this on Turner Classic Movies the other day. Dear God, if ever a woman did not love a man, it was a Fancy Skeffington. She loved only herself until the end of the films. Bette Davis and Whitney Stein's Mother, Doggone It. Huh? Anyway, 1944 film, renewed in 1972, not rated, and is 2 hours and 27 minutes. So that's 137 minutes. Here's the sticker label. Once again, and it's no print date. Next, here's the 1997 VHS of Whatever Happened to Baby Jane with Bette Davis and Joe Crawford. Also starring Victor Bueno. Directed by Robert Aldrich, and the film is from 1962. Bette Davis and Joan Crawford, they not get along with each other. They hated each other in real life. And it's part of Warner Brothers Classics, Boring Shield. And this is 134 minutes, not rated. And Landmark, Davis' most flamboyant performance and one of her best. Says Danny Perry, guide for the film fanatics. Before the film, there's the original theatrical trailer. Even though there's color stills on there, this film is in black and white. And there's the original theatrical trailer before the film. Here's the sticker label. Printed on April 11, 2000. I'm going to check to see if this tape has the Warner Brothers Hits collection or the original tape master. I will put that in the pinned comments below. Let's move on to the DVDs. I have is The Old Maid. It's got some special features. If you want to, you can pause the video. Then I have All This in Heaven 2 with Bette Davis, Charles Boyer, Jeffrey Lynn, Barbara O'Neill. Alright, if you want, there's the commentaries plus some shorts. You can pause the video if you want to. 1940 film. Yup. Then I have The Great Lie. The Oscar-winning classic about rival who strike a desperate bargain. Series of special features. It's a 1941 movie. Next, I have In This of Our Lives with Bette Davis, Olivia de Havilland, with George Brent and Dennis Morgan. Directed by John Huston. The film is from 1942. Okay. Special features. Bette Davis is so good when she being bad. 97 minutes, not rated. This is a 1942 movie. Special features. If you want to, you can pause the video. This is Watchers on the Rhine with Bette Davis and Paul Luca, with Geraldine Fitzgerald. And this is a 1943 film directed by Henry Scholem. There's the special features. A distinguished film full of sense, power, and beauty, says Bosley Crothers in the New York Times. Special features. 1943, not rated, 112 minutes. Here's the DVD. Here's Deception with Bette Davis, Paul Henreid, and Claude Rains. Directed by Irvin Rapper. Bette Davis deserves two lovers in the woman picture at its historian zenith, says Chris Peachman of Time Out Film Guide. Here's the special features. If you want to read it, you can pause the video. This is a 1946 movie, 112 minutes, black and white, not rated. And finally is The Watchers in the Woods with Bette Davis, also starring Carol Baker, David McCallum, Lynn Holly Johnson, Kyle Richards, Ian Bannerman, and Richard Pascoe. Directed by John Hu and his film is from 1980. And this is a 2004 DVD release. What can't be explained, it must be explored. I saw this on Halloween back in 2014. Actually, 2016, by the way. Got some alternate endings. There is a Neon Mickey VHS release of The Watchers in the Woods. And I know there is an Anchor Bay release of that back in 1999 until Disney had to put a stop to that. 83 minutes, rated PG. And this is Bette Davis, one of her last films. The last one being is Wicked Stepmother. Here's the DVDs, and here's the rewards and the digital code in the back. Alright, so that's it for my Bette Davis movie collection. If I'm planning to get more Bette Davis movies in my collection, and which movies are Bette Davis movies that you would like me to recommend, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.